Hey guys, this is Eric back with you with FlightBridgeED. I'd like to take about 10 minutes or so of your time, and I want to just thank everybody initially for following us on our website, following us on iTunes, and downloading all the podcasts, and for just making us successful. Obviously, we know that we serve you guys. We're putting out a topic, we're putting out information for everybody's benefit. So we really have seen our online community grow, and as such, we've changed a few things. And so I wanted to take this time in this podcast real briefly and explain the changes, explain kind of what we're doing and our outlook on education as it relates to the topics that you've seen in the podcast, and let you know about new things that are coming up in the future. So, Evan Clouch and myself would like to thank you for again following us and making this a successful thing. I know I can speak on behalf of Evan. This has probably been one of the funnest things that we've ever done, and we've grown immensely from it, and I think that we've been very blessed by it. So we want to thank you. A few things that I want to talk about is number one, you've probably seen the website's changed, and the initial website when we initially thought about the concepts as it relates to putting out this information and things. We built a website and we immediately realized that we needed to build that bigger. And so we started working on that. Evan designed the website and made it bigger. It's different. You can access multiple pages very easily, and I think it's more user friendly. In addition, we also created something called EDI, and EDI is an online distance learning management system that we can offer tailored courses anywhere from CFRN FPC style review courses. We can do practice exams. We can tailor courses as it relates to ventilator management, or if you have a company and you have a need for a specific topic that you're having struggles with in your agency, we can tailor a course specifically for that, and we can bring your crew members up to the level of knowledge that they need. So it's very broad. We can be very objective in the approach as it relates to different types of education, and so we're real excited about that. The first thing I want to start talking about as far as the podcast go is I want you all to remember that the information that we're talking about, that I'm speaking about, it's based on my knowledge. It's based on my approach as it relates to my career. Although my career has been pretty vast and I've done a lot of things and I have a lot of experiences, that it is based on my approach and my career and my knowledge. So I encourage everybody, don't take everything I say to heart. I encourage you to research on your own. If I get something incorrect, I would love emails, things like that. We can have a good dialogue. I can research those things and I can correct those things. So this is a learning thing for me as well. I encourage you to read article reviews, listen to other information out there, and compare those things. And then hopefully by getting information from all these different clinicians, whether it be MDs, paramedics, nurses, we can all add a little bit of information to your toolbox so you can go out and perform better patient care and take care of your patients. I have been asked a few times, how do I do peer reviews? How is the information that we put out, how is it peer reviewed? And is any of our content looked at from other experts in that related topic? And I have to say that as far as peer review goes, the peer review is going to get better. It's going to get broader as we grow and our online community grows. And so that's where I encourage you, if you're an expert in a certain topic that I've talked about and I get something wrong, or I say something that's not exactly correct, or I just um, mess up somewhere, I really encourage you to email me again, and you can email me at eric@flightbridgeed.com, and I will correct those things. I will probably research what you're saying and make sure that it is correct, and then I will definitely correct that. If if there's a topic that you're very passionate about and you have a lot of experience about that we haven't posted on here, I encourage you also to email me. We would love to do maybe an interview style podcast where we would put you on Skype and we would interview you related to that topic and get it out there. So as the online community grows and our listening grows, we encourage that, and I think our information and the things that we put out will be reviewed and bettered. So I'm excited about that. Based on that, what do we have for the future? Well, again, we have all of our podcasts are going to be posted every Monday by 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on iTunes and on the website. So all of the information, all the podcasts that I'm putting out there, I'm trying to put out as it relates to critical care, advanced certification style topics that are going to benefit you either transitioning from the EMS ground service or an ER into a flight role, or they're going to be utilized for transitioning from that flight role into an advanced certification. So remember, CAMES 9th edition standards state that anybody that works for a flight service and that flight service is CAMES accredited has to have an advanced certification within 2 years of hire. Obviously, there's other advanced certifications for nurses besides CFRN. So there's CCRN, there's CEN, things like that. But as it relates to flight medicine, the flight physiology, CAME standards, and things like that, we focus on CFRN topics. If you look at the paramedic side, it's the same thing. There's 2 advanced certifications out there for paramedics that are, and that is FPC, and that's going to be again related to flight medicine, and CCP-C. They're both awarded through the Board of Critical Care Transport Paramedics Association. FlightBridge is an approved review course provider for the BCC, and we have also been approved through the Air and Surface Transport Nurses Association to provide CEU hours regarding that topic. And so our course has been vetted by their subject matter experts and looked at and approved. So we're excited about that. Like I stated earlier in the podcast, we have an online learning management system called EDDI, and EDDI is an abbreviation that Evan came up with. It's pretty neat, and it basically stands for the education aspect of FlightBridge Ed, and then distance education. So with that, we can tailor any course for you. We currently have a ventilator management course that we're just about completed with. We have seen a huge discrepancy or a huge need in the industry nationwide in this area where clinicians just don't have the knowledge, they don't see enough patients, and that's not their expertise, but then they're expected to take care of these patients that are very critical, whether it's in a trauma situation or an ICU transfer patient, and they have to have a level of understanding that's far exceeds what they have. So we've really seen a need in the industry for this education. So we have that on there. We can come into any flight company or EMS company's agency, and we can produce and develop an orientation style product for you to where you have less time in the classroom and more time out there working on skills and scenarios, problem solving questions, and things like that. So your crews are out in the field. You have less overtime. You're not having to fill shifts and things like that. And they're actually applying what they learn while they're out on the ambulance with a preceptor or an FTO, monitoring them as it relates to their job. We currently have a FPC CFRN review course that we're putting out live, and so what that is I'll go out and teach a 16-hour FPC CFRN review course anywhere in the country. We'll travel anywhere, and we charge well below the national average as far as other review courses out there, and we really believe that our review course is very high quality as it relates to that topic. We also have an FPC CFRN review exam that we have on the EDDI, where you'd have 4 attempts. You pay a subscription fee, and with that fee, you have the 4 attempts, and you can go on there, and we can tailor the exam to your weaknesses. So after you take the exam 1 or 2 times, you realize that you're struggling as far as time goes, because remember, these advanced certification exams are timed, then we can set a time limit. We can help you become better test takers. So that's something we're real excited about as well. We appreciate, again, your following. We appreciate your feedback. Help us reach out to more people. If you're listening and you have, your peers that are around you, let them know about FlightBridge Ed. Show them the website. Show them how they can download the podcast on iTunes. And and just help us spread the word and get this education out there. So, on behalf of Evan, I'd like to say thank you again for following us, and we thank you so much.